Welcome to Advanblack's YouTube channel. I'm Steve, service technician for Advanblack. Today, got a super easy install for you. 4 bolts. 4 bolts is all it's going to take to get this carbon fiber Shorty front fender installed on the Road Glide ST back here. We already have a full lineup of carbon fiber parts over on the Advanblack website, but today we're going to be adding the Shorty front fender. If I get this up on camera a little bit closer so you can see it, this is full carbon fiber. If you look on the inside, carbon fiber, super lightweight, super strong material. And of course, a hardware package comes with this. It's going to have the spacers in it and the bolts and nuts and washers that you're going to need to get this installed. But if you're interested in carbon fiber parts, this is definitely a part that you're going to want to look at. We already have several parts, like I said. On this bike back here alone, we already have the carbon fiber tank dash, the hand guards, the mid-frame air deflectors, and we also have the new ProTech saddlebag and engine guards, and these sliders have the carbon fiber inlays in them, so that ties into the bike. And then of course today we're going to be installing that carbon fiber front fender. Like I said, easy install. 4 bolts, so let's get it over here and let's get it installed. Now, if you're pulling off your stock fender, it's going to be the same, except you're not going to have spacers in here. We already have a Shorty front fender on here. This was part of our Torque 27 build from Advanblack, the custom paint Shorty front fender that goes with the rest of the bike. If you're pulling off that stock fender, you're going to have a bolt here and a bolt here. The nuts are actually welded to the inside of your stock fender, so you don't need anything in here. If you're pulling off an aftermarket, you're more than likely going to have a nut in here and a bolt out here, and that's what we have today. We got the 13 millimeter on the inside in here, and we got the 6 millimeter Allen on the outside here. We're off. We're going to take the back 2 bolts out. You may have to shift your fender just a little bit to get that out. And then we're going to start pulling our front ones. If you have that spacer in there, just be careful and slide that thing out once you get the bolt out. We're going to get that spacer out of there. We're going to pull this up and off the bike. So just pulling that fender off, there's significant difference in the weight between that metal fender and this thing. These things are super light. So we're just going to set that back into place. And just like our metal fenders on the carbon fiber, when you go to put this spacer in, you may have to squeeze in on the sides. Of course, the carbon fiber is going to squeeze in a little bit easier than the metal. When you start the first side, it's going to go in very easy. When you go to the other side, just reach through the wheel if you can and pull that fender over a little bit and slide that spacer in. It's going to keep you from sliding that spacer down the edge of your paint, right? So we're going to get our bolt in. I'm going to put my finger to the inside. I'm going to push it to the edge of that. I'm going to go ahead and slide that fender over, get my spacer in place. Go ahead and pull that fender up into place and put that bolt through. Now on the inside, I'll go ahead and start my washer and my nut just so this doesn't go anywhere. We go over to this side. We're going to gently push this up and over. Slide that spacer in just like I said before to keep from scratching anything when you slide that in. Get your bolt in through the fork, through the spacer, and pull that up into place, and through the fender. Very easy to do. I would imagine that most of you out there probably already know how to change a fender. It's just with the aftermarket fenders, they don't flare out. So your normal standard fender will come down a little bit and then flare out to the forks. With most aftermarket fenders, they're straight down. So that's why you have to have that spacer in there. We're gonna do the same thing to the back. We're gonna make sure that spacer is up into place, go through the spacer, and then of course through the fender. Once again, same thing on this side. Make sure that you pull that spacer up into place, get your bolt through into the spacer, shimmy your fender a little bit. And that's also why it's important not to tighten anything down till you have all 4 bolts in there, because you may need to shimmy that fender just a little bit to get things started. I'm going to get this back one on over on this side, washer, and then nut. Nylon nuts, nylon locking nuts, so no Loctite is needed on these, right? Tightened up. And that is it. Like I said, super easy install. Dramatically changes the way the bike looks when you add any kind of carbon fiber to it. So that's it. Like I said, super easy install. A couple of minutes in your garage, a couple of tools, and we got a brand new carbon fiber fender installed on the Road Glide ST back here. Like I said, we already got a whole lineup of carbon fiber parts over there on the website. We got a few of them right here on this Road Glide ST. Love the way that stuff looks. Super light, super strong, like I said. So make sure to go and jump over to advanblack.com or get up with an authorized Advanblack dealer to get your carbon fiber parts today. If you have any questions on this part or this install, you know the deal. Comment section down below. I'll try to help you the best that I can. I'm going to get out here and get myself cleaned up. I hope to see you in the next video. But until then, as always, be safe. Keep your knees in the breeze.